This is a video on a little guide on installing 3-inch headlight risers on all the Douglas Dynamics plows. Anything that's somewhat current from, I don't know, early 2000s all the way up to current. Uses 4-inch bolt spacing. Plow covers the headlights. Headlights are not high enough. Really annoying driving around or anytime there's snow on the plow. The plow's up. Pretty straightforward. You probably want to park in front of like a garage door or something, and if your headlights are already aimed properly, get yourself a reference so that you can kind of match it back up easier. But a lot of times you can kind of there's a couple zip ties that hold the headlight wiring, and you're going to need a little bit of slack because you're raising it 3 inches. So you can just get away with pulling the wiring up into the zip tie. Should not be too tight, but if you do need to cut the zip ties, you can just snip them, put some new ones on. The nuts, 3/4 inch, which same as 19 millimeter. A little bit of penetrant to get those nuts loose. If your stuff's all corroded and old, you want to be careful because these bolts are actually studs and they're located in the light, and you'll spin it into plastic and cause yourself more headaches than you are fixing. So you loosen your 2 nuts that hold the light on. Remove them completely. Save the washers and nuts. You're just shifting everything forward, so the fasteners used on these studs will be reused on these studs. So you can go grab one of your risers. 2 of the rubber washers. Lift this all up out of there. If it's dirty, clean it up a bit. Keep in mind this outer hole is slotted. That's what gives you your horizontal beam aiming. You know, the vertical is in this bucket here. Place 1 rubber washer there. Place another rubber washer there. Place a riser. Get 2 bolts. Washer goes on the bottom. Get your tools. I like to use ratcheting wrenches. I got 2 of them here. I got a shorty 19 and I got this multi-size one. Could have probably gotten my Milwaukee cordless, but I'll do this old school. Don't tighten it up all the way because you got to leave it a little bit loose for your headlight adjustment. Some here. This one you can leave a little bit tighter. Since this is the one that's supposed to do the swinging, I put it a little bit too tight. There. And then you take the light. See, what gives you your vertical aiming is the rocking in this bucket here. So you just put it right back on top. Get your original hardware. You're gonna have to leave it loose and then adjust the lights before you tighten things down. Tighten them down nice and easy and don't over torque it because it doesn't take all that much. And you wanna make sure that as you're tightening them down, the beam might change a bit, so you gotta compensate for that. If you find, if your beam's right in place and you're kind of loose and you start to tighten it up and it's lifting the beam up, well then start lower than where you want it and as you tighten, let it come up a little bit. It's kind of a funky deal on the vertical side because of that bucket. And like I said, left to right. Horizontal, it's just a matter of this one here. Tighten it down. When you're certain of your ballast and everything, that's gonna change your light aiming and everything, and you've figured out what you want. You can just grab one of your caps here once everything's tight. It helps to warm this up a little bit, leave it in front of a heater for like 30-40 seconds, or don't melt the thing, but they are a little bit tight to first install them. Like that. And be careful what you're pushing on as you're pushing these things in. Take a zip tie, tie your wiring harness up properly. Pretty much done. Get your dirty paws off of them.